Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Blue Blanc Rouge. We have game number 78 for you tonight, and there's a doctor right there, and then there's Ben Sherratt right here. So that's who we are. It's going to be very lax tonight. We're at the end of the season. Nobody's watching. The numbers have been way down because, at this point, I don't think the games interest a lot of people as much as they would if there was, a reason or a goal at the end, like we're in the playoffs or we're in a playoff race of some sort, but it's not to be. And so we can be very relaxed here for the next few games. Plus, there's nobody here right now. So, but if you are here, please talk to me in the chat. We got about 10 minutes before the puck is dropped. Detroit is in town to take on the Habs. Game 4 of their season series. Detroit's won 2. Montreal won 1. I believe the one Montreal won was in overtime. I think theirs was the overtime game. Anyway, they won 1. Somebody won a game in overtime. It might have been even a shootout. I don't even know. I don't even know where I'm going with this. Oh my God. All right. I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to look at the camera. I don't think I'm going to say a word, and we're going to have a game. Now, I'm going to be doing some play-by-play. I'll be doing some commentary and talk to you guys in the chat. And if you're here, please talk to me in the chat. And that's what we're going to do. In the meantime, please have some very freshly baked banana muffins. Very fresh and made from scratch, too. And they're delicious, too. Found a great recipe, and they're really just delicious. So, yeah, have one. Sit down. Enjoy. Light them if you got them. Why not? What are you going to do? Cancel me? I'm really waiting for some comments because there's no comments to go and answer. Okay, I'll go over what I had in the game day news. So there's been an update for Sean Monahan. He has undergone a season-ending groin surgery. He's had groin surgery. He is definitely not coming back. The only time we'll see him in a Habs uniform again is if Montreal re-signs him in the offseason. It's a possibility at a much lower salary, obviously, and probably for a single season. I wouldn't think it'd be more than that. Alex Belzile is out for the last 5 games with a fractured foot. He's in a walking boot, and he's out for the rest of the season. It's only 5 games, like I said. Blocked a shot against Carolina, and that was it. David Savard, who's been on kind of day-to-day with a knee injury, he's done for the season because of that knee injury. So David Savard, gone. What else? Who else? Jake Allen, Jordan Harris, and Raphael Harvey-Pinard. They are not playing tonight, and they are now day-to-day. Coming in, Caden Primo will be starting tonight, and Corey Sheneman has been called up, and he'll be in the lineup tonight as well. And that is what we got for you. It's the Walking Wounded. You've heard of the Walking Dead. Montreal is the Walking Wounded. And that, I don't know what kind of game it's going to be or whatever, but yeah, it should be, it should either be like fun to watch or just it's going to be a horrible game. It's going to be one of the two. I don't know which. So if you're here, I know my signal's not great. It figures because, why would my signal be good? But talk to me here in the chat if you can hear me. And I don't think some people can because they're leaving in droves. Look at that. I can't tell. No, my signal's not good. No, what can I do? It's going to be one of those nights. All right. Nobody here to talk to me. So what else I got? I gave you everything. Tomorrow's game, not tomorrow. Next game is Thursday, Washington in town. It's going to be the Pride night for Montreal. Thursday, so they will be wearing their Pride jerseys at warm-up. And haven't heard any controversy with Montreal's players, so Don't know. What else I got? Cole Caulfield back skating again. Cole Caulfield back skating. He won't be back to play, obviously, but he's skating, and that's good. Not holding. He's holding a stick, but not in his injured arm. It's in the other arm. But it's good to see him on the ice, and kind of signals he'll be ready for training camp. Yeah, nobody here to talk to me because my signal sucks. I know my signal sucks, and I don't know what I can do about it. That's on Videotron, and there's not much I can do about it. And what else? If you're here, give a thumbs up. If you're leaving, give a thumbs up anyway, because why not? The end of the season, have pity on an old guy who has a bad signal. I don't know why. They always pick the wrong day for that to happen, but now here we are. So I have a feeling it's going to be a night where I'm going to be talking to myself all night, and it's going to be one of those nights. Oh, look, my signal jumped a little bit. Hey, everybody. Now you can hear me. Say hi in the chat, and we'll go from there. It's back to normal, my signal. For how long? I don't know. It's just one of those nights. My son's probably streaming too. It's probably what it is. Anyway, we got a game. It should be starting in about 5 minutes, and you can say hi as and do that kind of stuff. Other than that, I don't know. Maybe just gonna watch me smoke. Why not? Talking Habs smoking channel. I don't even know what to say at this point. Game should be starting in a few minutes. So say hi, let me know you're here, and we'll go from there. And if my signal would not be up and down, I don't know what to do. That's on Videotron. I cannot help that. So I won't even try because there's nothing I can do. Puck drop in about 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, something like that. And in a minute, we're going to start playing Tiddlywinks, and we'll see who's going to win. The Habs are the walking wounded. I don't know what to expect from the game tonight, to be very honest with you. Lines shuffled again, and I don't know. I think there's a couple of kids from the Lac St. Louis Lions, like 12-year-olds. I think we're down to that. So I don't know. Hey, bye. Thanks for talking to me. Welcome back in. Let's go. I apologize for my signal going kind of in and out. The weather's good here. I don't even know why it's doing that. So I don't know. I know it's not because people are watching the game because they're not. There's not a lot of interest in this game, as you'll see here in the chat. It's not going to be a lot of people here. And it's been like that, the last 10 games here. It's been kind of horrible. But I soldiered through it because I'm a professional, man. Actually, I'm awaiting on some really good news to that effect. The news I've been telling you about, we're kind of on hold because of technical difficulties on their end. But if it's a go, I might actually be a professional. So that we'll have a word on that when the news comes in. That's all I'm going to say. That's all. You can torture me. I'm not going to tell you any more than that. Hey, Tuco. That makes me think for some reason of Breaking Bad, where they had a character named Tuca. And it's very similar. How's it going? Welcome into the chat if it's the first time, because I know it's not a familiar name, but hey, go Habs go. We're very lax rules here tonight. We're at the end of the season. There's not a lot of people watching because there's not a ton of interest in this game, obviously. So we're, YouTube's watching, so I'm still under the same rules of that, but we're still kind of lax, and we're going to have fun. Hopefully. Or maybe not. You might not think it's funny. I don't know. They're getting ready for the puck drop. I'll put on my headphones so I know what's going on. and we're going to be underway. I'll try to do some play-by-play if I can remember what I'm doing, and I'll keep you informed at least of what's going on if you're not able to watch the game. So we got the top line on there: Nick Suzuki, Sean Farrell, Jesse Ulinen, and they just took the first face-off. Detroit Walmart. Let's see what happens here. Farrell over the red line. Kind of tries to pass it. Didn't work, but he picked it up again. Fed it off to somebody there. Shot it in the corner, but Detroit's got it. Trying to get it out, and they do. But all the way down, and we're not going to have an icing because it was waved off because the guy could get it before it hit the goal line. Here comes Montreal. Who we got there? That was Matheson. He kind of lost it there. Puck's back in Montreal's end, and Edmondson has it in the corner. Who's got it? Matheson back to Edmondson. Edmondson sends it up to Evans, I think that was. His cross-ice pass up to, I don't know who that was. Bounced over to the stick. Anyways, it's back at the red line in Montreal's end now. Again, the defenseman, Edmondson and Kovacevic now. Edmondson up to Drouin. Drouin tried to feathers a pass up to Armia. Didn't really work. There. Detroit gets it out, but Weidman picks it up in his own end, backs up, feeds it over to Sheneman. That's who that is. Back to Weidman. Weidman stretch pass up, kind of hit his target, but bounced off. Detroit has it along the boards. Nope, Montreal Armia stole it away. Lost it, but Montreal players walked in, took a shot. I don't know who that was. I guess Weidman. And it's in the half wall. Detroit comes up with it. They break it out over Montreal's line. I don't know who these guys are by number, so Montreal picked that up off the boards. Right now, Guryanov up to, that's Tierney. Tierney kind of spun around off the puck, and that'll draw a penalty. And Montreal will go on the PK early on here. Or what was it? I don't know. Hooking? Sherratt? Hooking. Sherratt for hooking. Montreal go on the power play. Will it do anything? I don't know. Montreal's power play, 17.1%, I think. And the PK of the Red Wings, 78.3 or something like that percent. So, not great. Not great. Not great on Montreal's power play. Not a great power play PK for the Red Wings, but not the worst. Do I have much hopes for a power play goal? Not really. Draw pass, looked like to nobody, but who's that? Farrell picks it up, dumps it off to whatever, that didn't work. Detroit gonna clear it. Yeah, we're gonna clear it all the way down. Matheson will pick it up. Here he comes. He's gonna drop it back. And then another drop back to Suzuki this time. Ulinen at the half wall, back to the point. Madsen cross to, I think that's Farrell. No, Hoffman. Farrell's in the bumper, I think. Ulinen, Suzuki at the side of the net to Farrell. Little shot there, save and a rebound. Montreal still in control. Moving the puck around. Suzuki in the corner. Up to the point. Matheson back to Suzuki. Back to Matheson. Nice pass. Threads it through. Rebound comes to Farrell, and he flubs that one. Just either jumped over his stick or he just missed it. Puck comes all the way back to Primo. Barron picks that up. Drop back. It was Guryanov over to somebody. Back to the point. I think it was Gallagher. To Guryanov. He's at the half wall on the right. Back to the point. Over to Drouin, back to Gurianov. It was quick passing, but Gurianov couldn't do anything with it. That's back at Drouin. Stolen away by Detroit. They'll come out. Spin at the red line, send it back, wasting time. 2 seconds left in the power play. So it's been killed off, and there's shot. No, chance there, but jumped over a guy's stick. Here come the Habs. Galley just sort of can't control that at all, being banged around a little bit there, and it's sent all the way back. Primo stopped it before it hit the line. I wonder if it would have been an icing call, but anyway, not. Here goes Montreal. Armia over the line with it at the board, send it across ice. Kovacevic shot, hit somebody, and here comes Detroit. Perron to somebody, shot, and scores. Lucas Raymond with a shot from the slot, from the high slot. Primo bobbled that. So it was just after the power play ended. First rush after that. That's weird. I don't. Let's see that. Did it bounce off something? I don't know if Primo lost that. Like there was a skate. Like I think the defender skate blocked it. I don't know, but I think you should have had that one. 5 minutes gone. It's 1-0. 2 shots for Montreal, 1 shot for Detroit. They scored on it. Only thing you got to wonder is how many goals will they leave Primo in for? Like if it's a bad night, because don't forget Monty's there to back him up. So, but yeah, it's going to be empty here. It's been the last game was my lowest total for the year, so I'm not surprised. It's the way it is. We're not in the playoffs, and quite frankly, there's not much. They can't change their position that much. There's not much effect whether they win or lose. So, not much interest by people, I guess. So that was Raymond from Perron, and Detroit's up 1-0. Definitely not an exciting game so far, but we're a lot of hockey left. We'll see. Matheson with a shot there, saved by Husso. So Habs, can they hold the zone? They can't really hold the zone long. Sent in to the Montreal corner, rings around to the other side. Matheson with it up to, I don't know who that was. Here comes Perron again. That's a half wall. Tries to feed it up. Kovacevic with a good stick there takes it away. They clear it out at least. Oh, big a chance there. I don't know who that was. Chason. Did they get a shot for that? There kind of was one. Well, no shot there. Yeah, I mean, so far, like I find Detroit just able to gain the Habs zone pretty much with ease. It's not the same way the other way around. Even though they don't, well, they know they got 2 shots now. It's 3 shots to 2, but we are now just about 8 minutes in on my clock. Ooh, Second time Detroit missed on that play, a pass from the right circle to the side of the net, and the guy missed it. Anyways, like dominating here right now, Detroit. So gonna be this kind of night. All right, talk to me here in the chat because this game's not that great. Or not. It's gonna be a long night. Just over 9 minutes gone. The best thing that could happen is this is a really fast game. It seems we're getting to the halfway mark of the period pretty quickly, so I'm hoping this whole game goes like that. Not a lot of whistles, and they let them play. Pressure here by Montreal. Matheson shot a little wide. Flipped in to Montreal's end by Detroit. They went and changed up, so there's some changing up happening. Both teams. Here comes, I think it's Barron. Stretch pass up to Farrell to Edmondson. Edmondson couldn't center it to Suzuki right there in the low slot. So it was almost a nice play that just they couldn't finish on. Here's Perron on a breakaway, and it's 2-0 Detroit. He just dekes Primo out of his socks. Gonna be a long night, babies. I don't know why I said babies. That's what came out. All right, Habs babies, let's go. It's just gonna be a long night because it's gonna be a long night. I gotta think if Primo gives up 4, they're gonna pull him and bring in Monty. I think he's halfway there. Definitely doesn't look strong tonight. Shots are 4-4, scores 2-0, and we're over the halfway mark of the first. Oh, a chance right there for Drouin. Bounce off the backboards, came right out in front of the crease, and Drouin was there, but of course, couldn't get his third goal there. Weidman shot. It bounced in front of Husso, but he grabs it, and we'll have a face off there in front of Husso. But we're going for a commercial break because they're skating to the bench. All right. You know those channels where I think there are a lot of them in Japan and stuff like that where they watch people eat? Well, here you go. Banana muffins. You're not talking to me? I'm eating. They're good. Oh, I hate commercials. Nobody talking. Seriously, nobody's still going to talk to me. Okay, I'm going to eat some more. It's good. I don't bake. I don't make edibles for myself. Banana. I made a banana bread, but I found a recipe. It's just so good. So I make some muffins and I make a smaller banana bread. Yeah. All right. People talking to me. I should have started eating earlier. Biggest bender? No. Come on. Personally, I mean, I think Habs will be better next year, but not enough to make the playoffs. I don't think the Habs make the playoffs at the earliest. Maybe the season after as a wild card and get lucky, but more likely the season after that, and maybe even the season after that, but more likely it's 3 seasons from now. But I think next year that's way too early. I can't see that. But I can see possibly the year after. Like I could see them make it being a wild card team possibly then, especially with this coaching staff. Over 1,500 games refereed in the National Hockey League, and he's garbage. He's an NHL ref. He's garbage. Tell us how you really feel, Rick. Oh, who cares? It's wine. Get back to hockey, boys. Oh, it's his last game as a referee. Okay, well, he's still lousy. Thank God it's his last game. But they'll bring somebody else in who's even worse. So if something happens, I'll let you know. All right. Detroit with it behind their net. Guys changing up and stuff. Sends it up along the right side. I don't know these guys. They're over Montreal's blue line at the point to the right circle. Shot hit a leg there. It's in the corner, and Montreal's going to clear that, but right to a Detroit player at the red line. Where'd the puck? Sent into the corner. Habs, I think it's Sheneman. I'm not sure who picked it up, but Montreal barely gets that out. Sherratt with it in his own end, sends it up to a Habs player right at the red line. Pitlick, I think. Pitlick sends it behind the net. Tierney can't really get it there. We're along the board. Someone's going to pick it up. Sends it around. Pizzetta sends it around all the way around to the point on the other side. Edmondson sends it back into the corner. And then Detroit's going to clear it out. Sheneman with it behind his net. Here he comes. Up to, who was that? Tierney over to Pitlick. And then in behind the Detroit net. Detroit's going to come out and clear it into Montreal's end. That's it. Back and forth. 6:05 to go in the first. Armia is going to throw it into the corner and go change up. Oh, he didn't go change up. Looked like he was. Hey, don't stick your nose in other people's problems. Hey, Slappy Pickle, how you doing, man? Seven shots to 4 for Montreal right now. It's 2-0 Detroit. 5:20 left in the first. I'm going to keep eating because nobody wants to talk to me. I don't know where everybody is, all the regulars, but imagine they had things to do. It's not an exciting game. Puck goes over to glass with 5:01 to go in the first, and they're going to do another commercial break. Something he said that was very accurate. Beautiful day here today in Montreal. It was really, really nice. I was going to keep eating until someone talks to me. Hey, Slappy Pickle, I'm glad you did have time to tune in. Not a lot of people did tonight. I don't think there's much interest in this game. With the Habs in the position they're in, I mean, and Detroit too, there's not much interest here tonight. All right. Talk to me in the chat, or I just don't, I don't know. They should be back from the break in a second. Babe, yeah, I know. I saw that. It's one particular team though, no? But hazing, they're under investigation for hazing. But that goes back to a while, doesn't it? I saw the story on Twitter. I didn't read the whole thing. But yeah, I mean, it's not really a surprise, right? Let me see. What do I want to see Montreal get in the draft? A hockey player. I really hope they get a hockey player in the draft. Um, considering they're going to be probably fifth, I figure Will Smith. I'm going to be happy with Will Smith. I really don't think. Well, the news with Michkov today, I don't think he's going to get picked. So, yeah, I hope they get a guy like. I hope they get Will Smith. With a whistle behind the play, we got a penalty. Penalty coming up. Interference on Detroit, number 3. You don't know who that is. Montreal goes on the power play again. Yep, that's interference. That's interference. JFed bouncing around, streaming game, watching Toronto on TV, and New Jersey game and London game. No worries, don't worry. It's all good. I remember that, babe. Well, they got a new head there in the queue, don't they? If they're gonna have a shitty game, I'd like to see Sean Farrell pop another one. He's on the power play, which is nice to see. Second wave of the power play. Halfway through that power play. Oh, Sean Farrell just whiffs on his one timer there. 30 seconds left here. Kovacevic drops it to, I don't know who that is. They're behind their own net, so they got to hurry up, get up there, and get another chance. Galley with a shot. Save Husso. I'd say about 20 seconds left in the power play. Show us something. Come on. .255 left in the first. 16 seconds left on the power play. To the left of Husso is the face-off. Someone got thrown out there. Evans gets thrown out of the dot. Suzuki or Galley, I think, taking the draw. Detroit wins it. So that's going to kill off the power play here. Sider with it behind his net. Going to hold on to it till the game ends. There's a good save by Primo on the rebound. I forget whose shot it was. Evans pass off a foot, comes out of the zone. Valeno shot wide. Zeta gets knocked down at the blue line there, and it was kind of funny, actually. But minute 40 left in the first. Montreal's still up on shots, 9-6, but Detroit's up 2-0. Tierney with a shot from a kind of bad angle. Kicked out by Husso. Detroit's got it. Here comes Sherratt with it. Gets it over the blue line. Matheson picked it up at his goal line. Comes out. Suzuki loses it at the red line there, though. Kubalik to Larkin. Larkin dump. I don't know who dumped it to. Peril? Along the boards, fighting for it. Kind of really lousy connection, so it's harder to see these guys' numbers and everything. I don't know who's got what. It's one of those nights. Sufka, Detroit scored, and it was Lucas Raymond got the first goal. And puck went out of play, so we're going to have a face-off. Almost out of this first period. Pretty quick. Yeah, it's pretty quick. It's going to be a long night. Not a great game. I mean, yeah, we're going to have another night. Nobody wins that contest. 4 more games after this. I'm hoping somebody does. TV timeout, by the way. I should have said that. Coming up on an intermission. Hopefully people will talk to me in the intermission, because otherwise it's going to be really boring. JFed, did you get the first goal scorer? I don't remember. Oh, you know what? You're right. Somebody must have. There might have been more than one. I thought nobody took Raymond. Well, there you go. There you go. What was your score? This game brought to you by toilet paper. Yeah. You got 6-1 for who? Hopefully not Montreal, because then it's shot anyway. 6-1 Detroit? 30 seconds left in the first here. JFed, don't worry. I know it was Detroit. I'm just bugging you for what I said. Farrell with an attempt. He actually connected and the shot, because he had two of those attempts and he flubbed the shots. The Wings are content to kill off the clock, and they will. As we the period ends, it's going to be 2-0 Detroit after one. That's it. So we got. First of all, I can take these off. That's always good. And we have about 15 minutes to 15 minutes to puck drop for period number 2. Yeah, please talk to me. I know my signal's up and down, and it's kind of shitty, and it's just one of those nights. We're at the end of the season. We're taking it pretty lax here tonight. So just talk to me. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. Whatever you guys want to talk about in the chat, please do that. And I'm a poet, and I know it. There you go. Soft guy, you read my mind. I was just going to say, if anybody's wondering what happened there, there's a story to that, but it's not a bad story, actually. I guess Chris wasn't very comfortable with it for whatever the reason, and he asked if I would take it down. And I did. And we kind of started talking a little bit. And I'm hoping that things go good that way. But Chris, he wasn't comfortable in something that I said in there. And I understand what it is and all that, because it made him look bad. And I didn't really mean to do that. I did not mean to make him look bad. But I think some people, like I know Bayby got upset. And I guess he got a little bit of feedback that he didn't like. So he just asked me to take it down. Asked me very nicely, nothing threatening. He's a really nice guy, it seems, and I've got nothing to say bad. But in the long run, we're talking a little bit there on Twitter in the DMs, and for that, like I hope eventually I get to meet him again and I can get a selfie to show you guys. But there you go. That's what happened. So if anybody's wondering. It wasn't going to get a lot of views anyway, so it was no big deal for me to take it down, and I did not want to make him feel bad in any way. It wasn't my intent. So since it was being taken the wrong way, I took it down, like without hesitation. But that was this morning. He asked me, I think it was this morning, and so we talked a little bit. Very little, but still it was positive. So he wasn't in the wrong, though, babe. Here's where you've got it wrong, and where I didn't convey. Yes. Was he blocking the walkway? Yes. But he was in the car. So he's not blocking it, because all I had to do was ask him to move. I'm the one who chose not to do that. But he would have just moved. And that's not the same as when someone leaves the car there and goes and makes a delivery or goes into someone's apartment, and that happens a lot. So no, Chris was not in the wrong at all. He really wasn't. He was picking somebody up. He parked there, stood in the car, or waited in the car. He didn't do anything wrong, but I think he got some people got upset about it. So anyway, but he didn't do anything wrong. It was me that was in the wrong. That's why I made the apology video. And I had a feeling that I couldn't find a way to word that better. So anyway, it is what it is. The reason I did the video was I wanted to sort of, get a little bit of conversation going with Chris. And I guess it kind of worked out that way. So I'm not going to argue with the point at all. You know what I mean? Would I treat him totally differently if it wasn't Chris Nyland? Maybe a little bit, but I mean, like I said, the person, if it wasn't even Chris, the person wasn't in the wrong because they were in the car, and all I had to do was say, "Can you please move?" And you can move, and then it's not blocked. So I probably would have been not as nice, but it was Chris Nolan, and what are you gonna do? Yeah, okay. I mean, what are you gonna do? This is funny though. When I think about what my face must have looked like to him when I turned around and I was about to tell him off, and I would have been in the wrong to do that. I know this, like looking back on it, but I was about to tell him off, and then when I looked and shit, it's Chris Nyland. That's literally what I did. Shit, it's Chris Nyland. Like that must have been funny. Anyways, like I said, um, it's in the past. It's no problem. I'm hoping, like in the long run, I would hope that he would agree to do that. But I mean, I'm not gonna be one of those people that kind of stalks him, and then I'm not. He sent a message to me. I've answered him back. I'm gonna let that. I don't want to seem like I'm a crazy person because that's what I would think if I were him. So I'm not gonna do that. But down the road, maybe. I'm not gonna be shy to ask him now, where I would have been before. So yeah, but we'll see. Like I said, he said a couple things to me. He was really nice about it this morning. That's it. It didn't go further than that. But anyway, he's a real gentleman. I gotta say, for a guy that he probably was a bit of a hothead when he was younger, real gentleman about the whole thing. And the check's gonna be in tomorrow, and I'll be able to go cash it. No, so I'm just joking, but he didn't pay me to say that. All right. Anything else we can talk about? Not my embarrassment. And what I tell him this morning, I said, what did I say? Something about me acting like you meeting like one of my hockey heroes and acting like an ass. And he liked that. He responded to that, and then I responded back, and I'm just waiting. He'll answer me one day when he has time, if he wants to. I left it in a good spot, not in a shitty spot. That's what I'm happy about. All right, let's talk about something different because I don't know what else I can say about it. Then it doesn't sound like I'm pandering to Chris because I'm not. I burped on the truth there. See? I don't know. We got about 8 minutes till puck drop, so I don't know how long that story I rambled on for. So talk to me here in the chat, because what else are we gonna do? It'll get really boring. Canadians burp on the truth. That's a saying that I've heard since I'm a kid. So yeah, yeah, babe. I'm not gonna be like that because he was a gentleman from the like right away. So no, and he didn't admit that he could be a dick sometimes. I'm a dick sometimes. It's obvious. So is everybody else. So you know what? You know, protecting his reputation a bit. I imagine that's what he doesn't like about what I had said in there. But I mean, who wouldn't want to do that? I knew it might happen. I just couldn't find a different way to word it. So, you know, I'm cool with it. But no, I'm not going to put him down over that or call him a dick. He wasn't. He was very gentleman, a big gentleman over it. I thought. He could have been one of those like I'm a celebrity, you can't talk to me like that, or even think of talking to me. He wasn't like that at all. So anyway. Should Farrell be with the team next season or Laval? Was I just talking about this with Matt? I think. Yeah, I think I've said this before. I think there'll be a crop of rookies that will not be on defense this year. Next season, it'll be forwards. Farrell should be one of those guys. Who did I list off? Farrell, Joshua Roy, forget the other one, and the first whoever the first round pick is. I can see probably 4 rookies up front next year if they're able to move some of the guys that they need to move. And maybe it won't be, but I forget who's the other one. No, not Lane. Who was the other one up front? Jeez, I can't remember who it was. I hate that when I can't remember something like that. If you want to try to guess, I'll tell you if you guess it. I'm sure when I see the name, I'll know that's the name. I just can't think of it, but yeah. So yeah, I mean, Sean Farrell, he has shown that I think if he has a good camp, and with a good camp, he's going to be, he's going to probably break camp with Montreal next season. They said, remember one thing also, right? Farrell not coming from the juniors, right? He's coming from college, so he's a little bit older, and he's supposed to be NHL ready. If he's NHL ready, then he's going to be ready for next, to break camp with Montreal next year. You got to think. Oh, that's the first time my feed went. Try this again, then. Let's see. Which one do I usually? My usual one wasn't there, and it's still not. So that's shitty. We'll go with that one. Oh, there you go. Are my kids enthusiastic hockey fans? No, they never really took to it. My youngest a little bit like skating and stuff. In general, no. But the year they went to the Cup final, they got into it. All my kids, my ex-wife, they never watched hockey with me growing up, and then all of a sudden they're all into it. So that made me really happy, actually. And hopefully, when Montreal starts to be better, they're going to get into the games more. Everyone loves a winner. I mean, just everyone loves a winner. In their whole lives, Montreal never won anything, right? They never saw the team I saw or knew the Habs the way I did. So, but I think if Montreal starts to win, I think my boys will start watching. So it kind of makes me happy because I could never get them to watch hockey with me. Do I think Pizzetta will be a Hab next season? I do. I do. I can see him having a season a lot like this season where you might have to wait a little bit to get a regular role, but he'll be fourth line and depth like that. I think so. Isn't he signed also for next season? I think he is. So I do. I do. I think Pizzetta, they need players on the fourth line. I don't think next season they're going to go out and sign free agents to fill those spots. So there you go. You guys are getting the hang of it now. Ask me good questions. Let's go. Let's keep that up. Come on. That was a lot better. Get a chance to flex my mental muscles, or I'm just mental. One of the two. I'm not sure which one it is, to be honest with you. It's one of the two. I don't know how much longer we got, but it's probably about 5 minutes till puck drop for the second. Anybody have any good recent TV recommendations, TV shows? I'm not really looking for movies, but if you got a really good one, okay, but recommend it. But I'm looking for something more recent TV shows that are really good. Anybody want to recommend any of that? I'd appreciate that. Hey Justin, how you doing, man? Don't worry, you never have to apologize for not donating, dude. Don't worry about it. Relax. Have fun here. And if you're not staying, thanks for popping in and saying hi. What would I think about drafting Florian Jackeye? As long as he fits what they're looking for and they feel that his talent level earns him the draft, like earns him that spot that they're drafting him for, then I'm all for it. To draft him just because he's Arbor's brother and that's all, no, I'm not into that. As long as they've done their due diligence and blah, 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 and they believe in the player, yeah, why not? No, Safka, I love shows, especially like it doesn't have to be that it came out this season. Like if there's a few seasons of it, I love that kind of stuff. Because I really like binging. I become a real binger. I love binging TV shows, and that's what I like to do. But they got to be good ones. I don't just like a show because I'm bored. I'd rather just rewatch Justified than watch something that's garbage. And that's why now everyone knows why I watch Justified 7 times through. And there you go. Have I seen the series Bad Blood? I've seen a little bit of it. The thing is, it's like it's it teases me because of the subject matter. My dad was involved with these people, and he's not. It's not that he's going to be named in anything, but it leaves me a little bit underwhelmed. But I do like what's his name, the guy that plays Tig on Sons of Anarchy. Can't remember his name right now. I like him and all that, and it's done in Montreal and all that kind of stuff. So, are we back? No, we're not back yet. But like, he has to have the skill set. That's what I'm talking about. 100%. Last series was scenes from a marriage. I lived through some that kind of. No, I don't need. No, been married. Don't need to see scenes from somebody else's. Conservative lawyer. I would draft him. I like how he stands up for teammates. We really could use that. Lots of cheap shots towards the Habs this season. You're talking about Florian. Listen, as long as he meets the standards for Montreal, I'm not against them drafting him. I'm against them drafting anybody for the wrong reasons. That's all. So no, and I've said it before. Like I've said it before. Like draft him if he fits the bill. Devils beating the Penguins 2-0. I saw that. Oh, they're just about to drop the puck. Look at that. That's why I could relate. Yeah, I don't want to relate about that kind of stuff, though, Sofka. I don't think. All right, just about to. They're showing Farrell's time on ice a little over 6 minutes for the period. That's pretty good. But he's on the first line, so you kind of don't expect him to play much less. And at this point, there's no danger. Whatever he does doesn't matter. If he hurts the team, he's going to learn from it, and you're going to be able to judge whether he's really NHL ready or not. So I like the fact that they're doing that. No other season would they have ever done this. Jessica Chastain, is she hot? I don't know if I've ever found her to be my cup of tea necessarily, but hey, I like, it's not my kind of stuff. I like, I don't know. It's not something I'd be interested in. I appreciate Did you mention it? But it's not my thing. Then again, I won't know unless I look at it, right? There you go. There's a new show, though, there I saw. I think it came out. I don't know what channel. I just found it today. I'm going to check it out. I can't even remember who's in it, but it's people I like, and it looks interesting. Can't remember the name of it. We are almost a minute into the second. Look at that. Shots are 10-8. Montreal's still ahead, and it's still 2-0 Detroit. Hey, Lucas, no worries. No worries. Who is my actress crush? Oh, well, it depends when, like, over the years, when it always changes. Now it's any hot young actress because I'm an old guy and I'm a pervert. So there you go. Did I say too much there? I might have. Who's my favorite actress these days? I don't know if I have one anymore. Oh, look at this. Almost. Just comedy of errors there. They could not. Detroit almost scored because they couldn't corral the puck. 3 guys, I think. Annie who? What do you mean Annie who? Did I say Annie? I said depend on what era. Changes. Florian Jack-I ranked 103 by Central Scouting for North American skaters. So like a late round pick. Yeah, why not? Will they do it? I mean, I don't know. From what I can tell of this second period, it's not, nothing exciting yet. No shots. And as I said that, they get one. Look at that. We'll have a face-off in front of Huso, though. He covered up. Then I said some name. I don't think I said a name, though, Savka. Yeah, I mean, it depends. I like different, if you want to, like the most meaningful of the last little while. One I can say from Shameless. I can't even think of her name. Yeah, I love her. Who else do I like these days? Oh, a lot of them. I'm watching a network show called Will Trent. I like his girlfriend, Erica Christensen. There's one. There you go. But I mean, I'm way older than all of them, so it's kind of like I'm just being a perv. Renegade Man, I thought of that this morning too. It seems like the bottom teams are trying to lose to get a better shot at Bedard or Fantilli. I had that thought this morning. I absolutely did. I mean, that's what management's supposed to do. They're supposed to make moves, but the players are not supposed to try to tank. So if you're thinking players or coaches, they're not doing that. But management, and it might be why Allen, Harvey Pinard, and the Harris were listed out and as day-to-day because, sit out will get worse. Let's cement that number 5 spot that they are in right now. Big, I don't know what that was in front of the net, but anyway, Primo just keeps it out with his skate. I mean, just does. That was weird. Erica Christensen is 40. Oh, good. I feel better then. I'm 60. It's still a bit pervy. Come on. But not as much. What are my predictions for the Habs going to do this offseason? They're going to try to make I think they're going to try to clear cap and get rid of some veterans if they can. and make some spots for these young guys to have some a crop of rookies on the forward um, in the forward group for next season. That's what I think they're going to do. And next season is going to be another development year. I don't see how that changes. Have I done any play-by-play for this period? None. We're almost 5 minutes through the second. Been 2-1 for Montreal over Detroit. That's it. Not much action in the second period. A lot of skating, not a lot of action. Emmy Rossum. I don't know why I could not. I love Emmy Rossum. I hear she's not the nicest person. I from the first episode of Shameless, I fell in love with Emmy Rossum. Renegade Man, it kind of is. It mostly is. It was, but the last season or so when she wasn't on, it was still good. Yeah, I like Emmy Rossum. Let's see. Anyways, the stoppage in play. Wonder if they're going to go for a commercial break. Does it matter? Not really. Do I see Monahan re-sign with the Habs? It depends. It really does. I mean, if he's going to take $2 million or less, say, for one season, it's like it's how do I see it put today? It's like saying, look, you bet on us and we'll bet on you for one season, then we'll revisit and go from there. Maybe we'll move you somewhere where you get a good chance, or we'll keep you around longer. Maybe, depending how the off season goes, depending how the draft goes, there could be, yeah, but I could see it. The thing is, I don't know. Does Monahan want to do that? Does he even have a choice, though, right? If he wants to still play, maybe he doesn't even want to still play. Like, I don't know. He's young, though. I would think he still wants to play, right? I mean, what is he, 28? I think he's 28. So, yeah, look, I don't know. I think they could resign him, though. Bob Cannon in the house. Hey, Bob. Good to see you, buddy. In this boring freaking game. I'll just recap. We got 13-40 to go in the second, and shots are 13-9. Favor of Montreal, but the score is 2-0 Detroit. And there's like no, they're not getting any bounces. Puck luck's just not there for them tonight, I find. Let's see if they can change their luck. Oh, there they score. 3-0 Detroit. You can just see that building. How do you describe that? Just Detroit just like being able to walk in there and make things happen. Luff gets a goal from right in front of the net. Just the puck bouncing around. Like I was just saying, no puck luck. That's right there. And the Detroit guy just sort of walked in, kicked the puck up to Luff, basically. He did. He basically went off his pad and up to Luff, and Luff was right there in the low slot and puts it away. So we got a 3-0 game for Detroit. Montreal's still up on shots, though, 13-10, so that's not working for them. I wonder how many goals. I mean, if Primo just lets up a couple more through the rest of the game, I guess they'll give him to 5 or 6 as long as he's not getting bombarded. Off the post, I don't know who was some Detroit player. I don't know which player shot that, but Habs come back the other way. Shot, save Huso though. A little excitement in this period. First excitement of the period, I think. Renegade man, but that's always the case, right? If they're going to take Quebec players, I mean, that's the gamble, right? That they can hack the pressure here in Montreal. It's a gamble, but then yeah, there's guys that can, guys that can't. It never seemed to be a problem when I was a kid, though. When I was growing up, that was never a problem. Sometime in the '80s, it became a problem for French players. Too much pressure. But man, growing up, I don't think that was ever a problem. Commercial break happening there. So yeah, talk to me here in the chat. This is a boring game. Montreal, I mean, it's good. Are they going to get shut out 2 games in a row? I hope not. But there's a hole that I don't know that they're going to climb out of. So, and the play's not very exciting. So let's just talk here in the chat. I'll keep you up to date. If you can't watch the game, I'll keep you up to date with what's going on. And we can talk about whatever the hell you want, the game or anything else. I don't care at this point. It's lax tonight. Anyway, we're at the end of the season, as we all know. 5 games left, 4 after tonight. So, and I don't think there are too many people watching this channel tonight. The games, the views have been going down as the season winds down. So that's how it works sometimes. And I'm just gonna sit here. I'm just gonna keep smoking until you guys like. I don't know. You've been talking to me. I don't know why I'm complaining. I'm just babbling now. If you want to see a guy stop babbling, you got to talk to me in the chat. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep babbling. It's not horrible, you know. If they drop into 6th, I mean, they still have a 7.5% chance to get the first pick. It's only 1% different. I mean, it's not that bad. Will I do videos after that? Yes, of course. Actually, there's going to be a bunch of them because there's a lot of stuff to do. And yeah, I know I haven't done very many videos in a while, but I'm going to have to remember how to do them. So yeah, there's going to be all different kinds of things. But I can tell you after the season ends, I'm going to probably take a week off. A few days after the season ends. That's about it. Plus, this summer I am going to be having some dental work done. It's going to keep me off of the screen a bit, but it won't keep me from doing videos. Chance there for Montreal, but the 2-on-1, he missed the net completely after the pass. Renegade man, I believe Will Smith, barring something unknown, but I think Will Smith will be the pick if they're picking at 5th. Yeah. Well, we're over halfway through this second period already. Wow, it seems like the period just started. Damn, it is a fast game. What's my biggest motivation behind running this channel? Money. No, if it was money, I'm not. It's not happening. Um, at this point, I just really enjoying doing this. I want to be doing. I don't know how to describe it. My motivation is to keep busy and hopefully build something that's successful. But at the same time, just have fun doing it. Learn something new. Maybe not a second, maybe a sixth career in my life. I don't know. Mostly to have fun, though. Renegade Man, I agree with you. I mean, PLD, I doubt he's coming here. I don't care about the rumors. I don't think he's coming here. Yeah, Bob, I like Smith for there too. Plus, Hughes has coached him already and knows him really well. So yeah, I think it's a match made in heaven. Only better thing to me is we get the first or second pick. Oh, we're gonna have a fight. Yep, Larkin and Matheson. Not really much of a fight, but protecting the goalie. Stuff. I do my own thumbnails, but not in Photoshop. I use Canva. I'm not great at it. JFed fifth. Smith may go fourth, and I think Michkov will fall. But Smith may go fourth. You're right. I think, especially with what happened, the news today. I think Michkov's dropping. I think all the Russian players are going to drop because, yeah, you don't. I mean, who knows if he's going to be able to come over here at all? Who knows? I mean, yeah, I wouldn't take a chance. I feel for the kid and all that. I wouldn't take a chance though. The Russian kids are probably gonna drop and they'll be taken in later rounds. If they're in if they're still in Russia. If they're in North America, no, that doesn't. But if they're still in Russia, I think they drop. Seems like a long commercial. Have a good night, Sofka. Thanks for being here and thanks for all the questions. I appreciate that. No, Renegade Man, they should not take Michkov. No. I think it's throwing away a pick when you're a high pick like that because it's so up in the air if he's going to even be able to come here. And he's definitely not coming here for 3 years because he's signed over there. So, nope. Do I like energy drinks? They're okay. I drink them for a purpose. I don't drink them when I'm not. I usually only when I'm doing a show. I mean, that's what I'm drinking. But yeah, it's too much of a risk. It's too much of a risk right now, JFS. Especially when you're rebuilding, and this pick could be crucial to that rebuild. I don't. It's too much of a risk. Oh, we got a 4-on-4 situation. Oh yeah, right, the fight or whatever that was. These guys just gave it away in the offensive zone. That was close. Eh. I don't know. Did Primo save that? Did the defenseman? Did they get a lucky bounce? I don't know what happened there. My head's itchy. JVET, yeah, Hughes won't take the risk. I don't see him taking the risk. He's got 3 years till he's signed for another 3 over there, so it's at least 3, and that's if he comes here at all. Oh, nice. Sheneman to Drouin right in the middle of the slot there, and Drouin just fired it right on the goalie. It was a nice setup by Sheneman. Kovacevic with a nice shot saved by the goalie. Galley, did he miss something? He missed a one timer. Uh, we got a penalty. Galley for tripping. Montreal goes on the PK. Is that the first penalty for Montreal? Yeah, Brad, if he does, though, but I don't know. Considering the news today, didn't you guys hear? You want me to talk about it? So, Michkov's dad was found dead this morning or today, I guess, in a pond after going missing 2 days ago. He went to the store and he vanished. And then they found him dead. And apparently, Michkov got some mysterious call sometime after his dad went missing. I don't know, man. It sounds to me, I read into it that maybe they don't want Russian players going to the NHL anymore, or something's up. I don't know. I'd be very leery about picking Michkov or any Russian player right now. Do I think that with all the talented prospects Montreal has now, is there any logic to where do you go packaging the first round picks for or other combinations thereof? We have to move up to get Fantilli. But Bob, seriously, though, if you're a GM that has that second pick or has the first pick, you're really going to trade that away? I don't think so. I don't think so because those two guys are a little bit above the rest of the pack, just a little bit, but it's enough that I don't think you're going to trade those guys away. That's my thought on that. But Japheth, I'm not even talking about military duty. I'm just talking about will they let him leave? Renegade Man, 13 or 14. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm taking him in the first round, but that's me. Bob, I mean, that's about managing the cap. I mean, that's up to the management to manage that exact thing. Do you think Stevie Y is behind in his rebuild of Detroit? Well, they moved guys at the deadline, so they kind of took a step back to yeah. So they're not done their rebuild. Brad, but he's played great after the World Juniors, so I don't know. Until he seems like he's going to be good. JFed, they've let every other Russian leave up until a certain point. With the war and everything that's going on, who knows? It's a risk. And like what happened with his dad? Is that a message? Who knows? Just saying, I wouldn't do it. Detroit's power play almost over. It's the second power play, I think, for them just today. 30 seconds left in their power play. They do the drop pass. Everybody's doing the drop pass. Everybody's doing it. Ah, there you go. Pizzetta just took a penalty for tripping. Okay, so the other one's killed off. So, and they almost scored an empty net goal. But it's a delayed penalty now against Montreal. Whistle down now. Montreal touched it. So with 3:14 to go, Montreal goes back on the PK. Pizzetta for tripping. Bob says, I think if MB was still the GM here, he would take a player who he thinks might not come, i.e. Russian players. He took a big and unpopular chance on my U. That's right. But I mean, it's not Bergevin here. It's Hughes and Gordon, and I don't think they're going to do that. Matheson took a high stick, uncalled. Maybe it's being called. No, just an offside. Well, no call. They didn't show it. I didn't see what happened, but Detroit is probably 2 more years from being a playoff. I think you're right. Oh, almost a short-handed chance there. Weird bounces. Minute 15 left in Detroit's power play. They're just moving the puck around. Can't find a real good opening. Now a shot comes in, and Primo with the save. So we'll have a face-off in front of Primo. Not sure how much time is left on the power play. JFed, yeah, good point with that. Yeah, I agree with you. 32 seconds left in the power play of Detroit. Have so far doing a good job to kill the penalty, and then a shot from the point, and it's 4-0. Just as I'm saying, good job by Montreal in killing the penalty. They scored. Probably a deflected puck though, but still 4-0. I don't exactly. I don't know if it's the same thing, Michkov or the Mayu draft, but you're right. He had balls, he took it, and in the end, it's going to be going to pay off really big, I think. Montreal going right back into the box. Look at this. Guryanov roughing. Renegade man, I think the East is stronger than the West right now. It doesn't mean that that's how it'll work out in the playoffs, but we'll see. So if Detroit doesn't score, they'll end up with 27 seconds of overtime in the third period. We'll see how that works. Wow, Suzuki almost got us shorthanded. It was close. Penalty killers are going to be tired, but good thing they'll have the rest of the intermission. Had a lot of work here at the end of the second. Oh, that was close. Almost tipped in behind Primo. That was really close. 40 seconds left in Detroit's power play, 12 seconds left in the period. Oh. And that's it. 4-0 after 2. Detroit is going to win this game. All right, so we got 15 minutes till the score till we come back for the third. Anything you guys want to talk about? What were we talking about at the end of the intermission? The last one? Yeah, let's do that again. If you want to recommend me some TV shows to watch, I would appreciate that. If you want to talk about this game, absolutely, or anything else, absolutely. Otherwise, I'm just going to sit here, probably eat another muffin, keep smoking, look at the camera every now and then. That's about it. Now, talk to me here. We can talk about whatever you want. I feel like a dentist. This is like pulling teeth. It's too bad it's such a boring game, but I mean, it is a boring game. Habs going to get shut out. It looks like they're going to get shut out 2 games in a row. I hate that. Let's see. Bob, I'm not a surprise. Is it a surprise Murray's probably going to be injured going into the playoffs? Not a surprise. Fluky thing, too. It was just a fluke. Guy lost his edge and crashed into him, but I mean, he's that fragile. You can't, nothing can happen to the guy. Anyway, I hope they're in bad shape going into the playoffs. I don't want to see them win a round. How insufferable the Leafs fans will be. All right, so who's talking to me here? Nobody? Like, really? All right, I'm just going to have another muffin then while I wait. Really good. Banana muffins. I only wish I had chocolate chips. That would be even better. I didn't have any. Nobody? Do I see Hudson signing his ELC or will he go back to college? Going back to college. It was only his first year. He's going back to college. I wouldn't be surprised if Hudson finishes all 4 seasons at college, but at least 3. I don't see him leaving before 3. Murray's listed as day-to-day. Murray should always be listed as minute to minute. He's really fragile. Don't you find, though, for a goalie especially, isn't he really fragile? Really good muffins, man. I swear, I do feel like a dentist. This is like pulling teeth from you guys tonight. No matter, Pete, tonight. Matt might have showed up. I wasn't sure, but I wasn't really expecting him. And Pete will be on Saturday. Pete will be on Saturday, and Matt's also supposed to be on Saturday, and I'm not sure about Thursday. What can you do? Nobody not even they want to talk to me. That's what it comes down to, right? What are you gonna do? I can complain all I want. Nobody's gonna listen. I think Suzuki saved a goal there. They're just showing it. You get some floss and maybe a new toothbrush. You absolutely can. You have a local pharmacy. I'm positive if you go there, yeah, you can get them there. Oh God. No, babe, I'm the one who's lonely. Nobody's talking to me. And I'm eating muffin after muffin. It's not really good for me. They're good, but not good for me. Not really. Yeah, I'm the kind of dentist I don't give anything away after. You come here, you give me money. So no frills dentist. The hell are these guys they're showing on? Some weird looking guys they just showed there. Besides, Bob, you get a cannon almost every time you come on. You think that's cheap to do that? You think it is, eh? All right. This is the way it's going to be all night. Will Montreal score a goal tonight? What say you in the chat? I honestly don't think they will. I think we're going to get shut out again tonight. If you think I'm wrong, if you think that I'm wrong, give a thumbs up. If you think that they are going to score a goal, give a thumbs up. If you think I'm right, that they are not going to score a goal, give a thumbs up. Everybody's doing the thumbs up now. Where'd everybody go that was talking to me before? Where'd y'all go? Does Primo get re-signed or no? Does Primo have to be re-signed? I don't know what Primo's contract status is, but yes, Primo gets re-signed. They just signed Dobis, and they've been really kind of short in the goalie department through the system. Think about it. So they just signed Dobis. I think if next season, if there's an injury or whatever, I think it's Dobis that gets the call up. You leave Primo to continue developing, and yes, so Primo needs to be signed. He gets signed. I kind of thought didn't he just sign a new contract recently? I thought so, but again, I could be wrong. But yeah, I mean, I don't think they haven't given up on Primo. I think Primo needs a full year in Laval without having to come up here for any reason. What am I doing? All right. Any other questions? Speak now or forever hold your peace. What rookies do you think are going to be coming up to play next season? I can't remember that fourth guy. I said conservative lawyer. Yeah, he has 2 more years. I thought he just signed something. I think Farrell will stay. Now we're talking rookies, so Harvey Pinard doesn't qualify as a rookie. I think he'll be here. Joshua Raw, I think he'll get a good look. Who was that other guy? My God, I can't think of who the other guy is. And then the first round pick, whoever the first round pick, there's a good chance that he'll be ready or get a good look and might stick around. Yeah, still can't remember who that is. The other guy I was thinking of. Where's Matt when you need him? Because we were talking about this the other day. Or texting, one of the two. Why can't I think of who it is? Damn it. I hate that. Do I think the NHL is going too far with Pride Night? No. Especially with what's going on and PK's recent comments. I don't know what PK said. I know they were controversial. I honestly, I don't know what he said. And what do you mean by go too far with Pride Night? Players wear a sweater to warm up in, and they auction them off for charity for these causes. How'd they go too far? Didn't kill anybody. I think NHL would be going too far by deciding in the offseason to stop doing it. I think that Beck, maybe that's it. It's Beck that I'm not. Heineman, no, excuse me, excuse me. Heineman, Heineman is the guy. Heineman's looking really good, and I think Heineman had a good camp. He got injured, but he had a good camp this year. If he has a good camp next year, Heineman is going to be the guy I'm thinking of. Beck's a possibility too. For some reason I don't. I think Riley Kidney's back in the queue, or he's in Laval. I think in Laval. But really, it's all going to depend on how many spots that the Habs are able to create for these kids, right? I think that's what it comes down to. Maybe we'll see Beck as well. Bob, I think it's too early. I don't think they're going to do that. Maybe after next season, though. I mean, Houston. I mean, he's hired him. Well, JFed, I don't think it's rushing these young guys because they're not looking to win. It's not like, okay, we're going to win. We're going to try to make the play. I don't think that's what it's about. It's about developing them here. If they're ready to play here, then bring them up and let them start playing here. People forget Suzuki spent 4 years in junior and then made the jump. Bob, yeah, as a good, I don't know. What did PK say? It's only listen. Isn't it only the fans that are doing that? If the players refuse, we're the ones talking badly about them, right? It's only that. Teams aren't putting a gun to their heads, and isn't the fact that they're hockey players and they're public figures, isn't it the chance they take that we'll talk about it in a bad way if they don't wear them for some flimsy excuse? I think so. But should a player not have to wear? Listen, if you want to refuse, then don't wear them. I guess. I don't know. PK said players shouldn't be activists. That I saw that they shouldn't be activists. Is being an activist wearing a pride jersey? I don't think so. The team asks you to wear these jerseys to warm up in so they can auction them off to help this charitable cause. How is that being an activist? It's not. Being an activist is saying, no, I won't wear them because of my religious beliefs. To me, that's being the activist. Babe, I don't see where anybody's been forced, though, right? The players that said they're not going to wear them, the teams have let them not wear them, and it's the fans and we're the ones who've been hounding these players. I don't think the teams. Anyways, I just think that it's a good thing they're doing. There's no reason for them to stop doing it. And if some guys don't want to wear it, I think they're just outing themselves as being whoever, whatever. Um, that's it. But I mean, I think it's a good thing they're doing. The only thing I don't understand is where all these letters came from. There's too many. They've added some. That's what I don't get. I don't know what the 2S is, and I don't know what the IA is at the end. Like I don't know what those are. Anyways, I don't really want to talk about it too much, but yeah, player's choice, because the player's choice, they decide whether they want to they want to look bad or not. And they do look bad over nothing, over a stupid issue where it's not about what they think it's about, and they're not inclusive. But yeah, they have the right to not do it. We don't live in a society where, not yet anyway, where the government or whatever tells you what to do and you got to do it. That day's probably coming soon, though. The way things are going. Can we change the subject though? Let's talk about something less controversial. Well, I'm not worried about anybody getting mad at me, but you know, I've gotten my point across many times. Hockey is for everybody. That's what the NHL is promoting. Hockey is for the religious people too. I'm just saying, agree or disagree, whatever. I agree with that. Hockey's for everybody. That's all it's saying. That's it. It's not about religion. It's not about anything. They choose to make it about that. But I don't think the NHL has made it about that. They've just bowed to the complaint. That's all. IA stands for intersex. Thank you. I did not know that. What is it? What does intersex mean? I also don't know what that means, but I'm a little bit farther up to understanding. We're underway, by the way, for the third. Back to 5-on-5 too. So, and they have surpassed us for the shots, 18-17 now, first time. I have Netflix and Prime and other ways to watch things, but I have Netflix and Prime. Let's see how serious Montreal wants to get a goal or not. They're going to need to step up a little bit, work a little harder, and we'll see if there's any urgency to try to tie it up from these guys. Or if they're even able to do that. I don't know. The one thing I'm really liking, though, this game's going fast. I like the fact that there's not a ton of whistles. They're letting them play, and it's going fast. High stick, touch the puck, and that's whistled down. We'll have a face-off in Montreal's end, right at the circle, I believe. I love the way Matheson skates. I was also close to an interference on by Ulinen, if you ask me. But it's okay. It didn't happen. Those born with differences in their sex traits. What does that mean, though? I'm old. I don't understand that. Doesn't everybody have differences in their sex traits? Jesus. Or else all the porn would only be about step. Oh, yeah, it is only about step. Yeah, you're right. Sometimes I wonder, are people having sex or are they just it's a spelling bee? I don't know. So far, let's see. We're almost 4 minutes in here. Not a lot of shots. Still 18-17. Still 4-0. Montreal with a little pressure here. Not great pressure, but a little zone time. I should just say zone time. Raymond all alone. Shot. Save. Primo gave up a rebound, but they gave it away again. And Pius Suter, I guess, he shot it wide. There's some really bad play there by Montreal. Really bad play there in their own end. A lot of turnovers by Montreal. Alone Suzuki. Man, he tried to be fancy and pass it, center it kind of, and he should have tried to shoot on the goalie, even though he was in close there, because he hit the defender's skate and it was for nothing. Face off to the left of Huso, won by Detroit. Look at that Truant's out there. Look at that. Where's Wally? Really no puck luck tonight for Habs. Like, really. Wow. Ernie hits the post. Gallagher coming back the other way. Shoots. Hits it was blocked. Let's put it that way. Like I said, no puck luck. Primo going to cover up, and we're going to have a face-off in front of him there. Assuming kids born without the normal parts, indifferent reproductive organs, maybe both. Okay. That's something I understand. I didn't understand what you meant. That's all. I'm old. Remember, it's just this. When I was growing up, we had just two people, males and females. That's it. It takes a little getting used to everything today. Intersex people are individuals born with any of several sex characteristics, including chromosome patterns, gonads, or genitals that do not fit typical binary notions of male or female bodies. I got it. Okay. Gotcha. Knights are tied 2-2. Oh, it's playoffs? Is it playoffs over there? Yeah, JVED 48. I'd love to be 48 again. Babe, I don't get it. Is it still confusing to you or not? It's still a little confusing. I mean, I get most of it. It's just I don't know how to refer to a person as a they or a them or something like. I don't get it. It's been explained to me many times, and I still say poppycock. I don't really, but 3 games in there already. Wow. Oh, the referee is retiring. It's almost over. I don't get to make bad calls anymore. Oh. I think I forgot to talk. I do that every now and then. We're closing in on 8 minutes gone, and they scored. It's 5-0. Tipped in front by somebody. Second of the game, so somebody who scored earlier. It's Perron. David Perron gets his second of the game. A tip in right in front. I'm going to show it here. He breaks to the net, and there you go. Tipped into an open side as Primo was a little bit too far over to his right. Out of position, if you ask me, anyway. Renegade Man, I think guys like Norlander, you're going to see them probably involved in trades, I guess. Stop giving Baby an opportunity to tell us that he's 68. Yeah, Baby's 68. 48's not old. I'm at 60. 48's not old yet. Not old yet. Primo makes a save. Look at that. He makes a save. Bob, not a great season then. That sucks, man. I guess it's a 3-game series to open up their playoffs, best of 3, or is it all best of 7? Nice pass, a second nice pass by Sheneman today. All best of 7. That's good. What shows am I watching on Netflix or Prime? On Prime, actually, funny. I found this. It's an older show. I think it finished in 2013, just 2 seasons, called Copper. Yeah, I'm enjoying that. It's not great, but it's the kind of stuff I like. It's a period piece. I like that. It's not about girls' periods. It's a period piece. I don't know why I said that at all. What else am I watching? I watched The Night Agent. That was good on Netflix. I like that. What else am I watching? I tried Unstable. That's Rob Lowe. I like Rob Lowe. His kid's good in it. I don't know. I didn't really laugh much. What else on Prime? What am I watching on Prime other than when something good comes up? I saw The Consultant a while back. That was pretty good. Weird but good. All right, so we're like approaching the midway point of the third. 21-21 shots are tied, but it's 5-0 for Detroit. I'm very fussy in what I watch. But I like time period pieces, and I like westerns a lot. Good news. Jays are losing. No, they're up. But how's that good news? Jays are from Toronto. They're from Toronto. So you know how you think I'm going to like the Jays? Like, you guys really think I like the Jays? No. You know what? If Habs get a goal, that's the score. I had it 5-1. So if they just get a goal, that's how it ends up. I got the score. I did not feel that there would be a lot of scoring tonight. Am I hoping that the Expos return to Montreal? I'm hoping. Do I really think it'll happen? No, I don't. But hoping, sure, I'd love to see the Expos return, but they won't. They got a lot of draft picks coming up, Detroit. They're just showing how many. Hey, Lou, you're here at the end, pretty much at the end. Welcome in, though. Good to see you there. We're just trying to get through this shitty game, 5-0 Detroit. It is not the Habs night tonight, that's for sure. Not that I really thought they would, it would be, but it's really not. Renegade man, you could say that about any team though, about Bedard, right? Any of the teams that are like really in the chance to get him. He's gonna be great. I mean, for from selling jerseys, that kind of stuff, interest in the team. He's gonna help whatever team he goes to. Hopefully it's Montreal. Hey Larry, the cable guy, how you doing? Been a while. But it's so unlikely we're gonna get him. I would have thought most people would stop talking about that by now. Somebody made a good point, I guess on Twitter, that like for the Sens, the year they got Stutzla, who they get? They had 2 really early picks. They could have had the first and second pick, and they got moved back, and they ended up with some really good picks, right? So, and if they would have had the first and second, wouldn't have been the best picks. So I'm not saying Bedard's not, he's going to bust out. He's not. But you can still do really well in a good draft, even if you're not first or second or third. Oh, they just showed Caulfield skating. We're down to 8 minutes to go. And believe me, it's not going past third period. They're not coming back 5 goals. I just don't want to see them being shut out. So I'd like to see them get one. And not just because that is the score I picked 5-1, but still want to see them get a goal. But Larry, that's in line with what I was expecting. I actually, before the season started, I thought, what did I say, between 6 and 10 from the bottom, right? So I'm right there. They're just a point out of 6, so I wasn't far off. So I think it was expected, and that's why next season, people expecting them to make the playoffs, like I don't see that. They're going to have an increase kind of like that, right? They'll be up around 10th, 12th, something like that. From the bottom, I'm talking about, guys. In case somebody's thinks the wrong thing. It's progress. It's a little bit of progress every year till they start making the playoffs. And then from there, again, progress through the playoffs. Renegade Man, if Florida makes the playoffs, yeah, you know what? I could easily see them moving that pick, right? Because it's not going to be a great pick. So, but yeah, I can see them making moves at the draft and moving picks. The one they won't move is their pick at 5 or 6. They're not going to move that. Renegade Man, somewhere around there. I think I said that they're going to be somewhere around 10. I think I said 8 to 12. That's really, I have them in my mind. That's where they're going to finish next year. Because I do believe there'll be a new crop of rookies. So it's, even if they do well for rookies, it's not going to be perfect. Anyway, that's my opinion. I do believe also it's how the Habs feel, because Hughes was asked that, and he said 2 to 3 years for him. He thinks they'll make the playoffs. So that means next year they're not making the playoffs in their minds. Renegade Man, I don't know much about next year's draft. I really don't. So I'm sure it won't be as strong as this draft. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it will be. This is the draft to really get that high pick if you can. This is the draft. And then next year, when they won't be drafting nearly as high, then it's just a matter of drafting well. If you draft well, there are players to draft all through the draft, because we find players in the 7th round still. You just have to draft well. And in the last 3-4 seasons, Montreal has drafted well. Bergevin and Timmins and The new management, they've drafted well, in my opinion. So, and if you say Bergevin did not, well, you're wrong because you're cheering for guys he drafted right now. Okay, this is the last one before the end of the game, and then that's it. It's one of those nights. For a game that's not really taking that long, it's taking a long time. This is a long TV timeout, like a lot of commercials. But yeah, but you know what? This is going to be a pretty quick game because should end in about 15 minutes. It's pretty quick. So let's start talking about the next game. The next game is Washington in town. Washington dropping in the standings as well. I think they're at 10. No, they weren't at 10. They dropped. It was 11, 10, 9, 8. 8 from the bottom. Something like that. So that's Thursday. Saturday, Montreal is in Toronto to finish out the season series between Montreal and Toronto, which is, I want to say, the first time in a while they didn't start and finish the season against Toronto. And I was happy to see that. Yeah, I don't know why. I was just happy to see that. And then, I don't have to look. They're in New York Islanders. They're at the Islanders on next Wednesday, and then Thursday home to face the Bruins to end the season. Now, think of a year where Montreal is good, Boston is good. Wouldn't that be a hell of a great game to end the season? But just not to be this year. I don't think. We'll see how we'll see how it works out. 5:10 left in the third period here in the game. Montreal back up by one shot on the shot clock, 22-21, but it's still 5-0 for Detroit. It'll be the second. Is that the second shutout of the year? They beat us 3-0. I think the first game of this they met this season. Second game of the season, I think. Washington pretty much out of it? No, they're out of it. You kidding me? Larry, it's a good question, but even though it seems like if they weren't healthy, this team would have gone far, but probably not. They're just not good enough yet for that. They'd have been closer in a lot of games, I think, and stuff like that, but they maybe had a few extra points. I don't think it would have been that much different. Hook and call against Detroit. So Montreal will be on the pot. Maybe they get a goal here and go 5-1. And then, like I said, my score would have been right. Joe Valeno. Oh, he's a Montreal native, Joe Valeno? I did not know that. Probably from St. Leonard. I think he's Italian. Probably from St. Leonard. But I mean, that's just generalizing. It's not fair to say that, really. Larry, you are in the U.S. and only U.S. people are getting NHL 66. Us Canadians are not getting it anymore. At least I'm not. You got to pay for it now. I've tried. I haven't tried in the last few games, but I've tried most of the time, and I don't get it anymore. A real pain in the ass. But this has been okay. I mean, on hockey TV's okay. Not as good as NHL 66, but hey, what are you going to do? Come on, guys. Let's get a goal here. Oh, that was close. Hoffman with a one-timer. That was close. $50 left in the power play. 2:45 left in the game, so they're running out of time to get a goal. Come on, work a little harder and get a goal. 15 seconds left. They're not going to. Been a rough night, BL? Yeah, it's been a long night here. Well, not really, but boring. Boring game. Penalties over. 2 minutes left in the game. So Montreal going to get shut out 2 games in a row, 4-0 and 5-0. Is it going to be 6-0 on Thursday? I hope not. Larry, I mean, the game's over. They know it's over. I don't know. They look like it's just they're going through the motions. Oh, almost a tip in there. That was close. David Perron, almost a hat trick there. Habs clear it. Ladies and gentlemen, last minute of play in this game. Hand pass. So we'll have a whistle there. Montreal's at the blue line anyway. Habs win the draw. Like that matters. 39 seconds to go. Offside. About 30 seconds left. I stay right to the last second. If you're leaving, please give a thumbs up. I appreciate that. And please come back on Thursday and check us out on Thursday for the Washington game. I still don't know who us is because I'm going to be alone again on Thursday. So I don't know who us mean. And I'm here alone. I may be here alone. There may be ghosts in here. I don't know. I can't see them. 20 seconds left. Well, we're going to win on the shot clock, maybe 23-21. Small victories. Suzuki comes really close. He just got a piece of the goalie's glove, but it was close. And that is going to be it. Habs lose 5-0, 2 shutouts in a row. And yeah, it's how it is. What are you going to do? Let me just close this screen. I doubt Montreal gets any stars in this game. So I don't really care who the stars are. That's it. Shitty game for Montreal. Not totally unexpected. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate that. It's not really unsung because I sing. I appreciate the nice words, though. Hey, Randy, you didn't get the last minute. What's with all the doctors on the wallpaper? Well, all the Habs that are out. There's another list of Habs out this game. So it's like, I don't know who's going to be in the lineup. Just put doctors there. That was the thought process. It was a joke. Anyways, Bob, sounds like you're like, we're not done. We got 4 more games yet. Hopefully you guys will be there on the last game. I don't know why you would be, but hopefully you will against Boston. Going to have all 3 of us on, and hopefully we'll have some fun that night because it is the last game. I don't know if it's Boston's last game, but if it's not, or if it is, they're probably going to be resting a lot of guys, and could be a good game for Montreal in the long run. So Hopefully you guys will be there for that, but that's still a few games away. Larry, yes, one of the referees is retiring. That was Mark Jonette's last game. Another shitty ref retiring. I mean, none of them are good. You can tell me, oh, he's a good one. He's still shitty. Although, listen, tonight, not really, right? Tonight, can't really complain about the refs in any way. So, what am I gonna do? He decided to ref a good game for his last game, or I'm just being an asshole. One of the two. I know if my wife is still listening out there, she's saying, "Yeah, no, you're being an asshole." It's definitely that. Take it from me. Definitely that. All right, I'm going to take off here in a couple of minutes because, supper time. I always eat after the game. And of course, since I was saying how that I'm an old guy right now, well, I'm having cabbage soup. Isn't that what old people eat? At least I admit it. I made it yesterday. So if there's anything anybody out there wants to say it now. Or if you're leaving, please give a thumbs up on your way out. I appreciate that. And hopefully you'll be back for the next one. Bob, I believe right away when that did start, we were making jokes right away how it didn't get any better with the second ref. Like, how could it be that it's not better? But it didn't get any better. It just allowed them to have a lot more refs that were shitty out there. That's all. And look what's it been, 20 odd years? More than that. It's still not better. So that didn't work. Besides, with all the video angles and all that kind of stuff, do they really need two refs? You wouldn't think so. Alrighty. On that note, as everybody's leaving, please give a thumbs up on the way out. Thanks for being here, everybody. I really do appreciate it. It was might have been a boring game, but at least we had fun. I fear we might go through that again on Thursday against Washington because Washington's got our number, I believe. So it could be another trying game. 2000, 2001, that's when they came in. Awesome. So it's been a little over 20 years. Like I said, it hasn't gotten better 20 years later. Okay, that's it. Thanks for being here. Till the next one. Stay safe out there. Peace out, y'all. And I'll see you soon. Ciao, everybody. Have a good night. Still pretty early, too. Quick game. Good night, everybody.